Okay. Ooh. Right. Tonight is the full moon, and it's a very important full moon. And you may remember a couple of weeks ago, we did a moon salutation because it was the new moon. And that new moon marked the beginning of the Vedic New Year, going from darkness into an era of flow, of movement, of working to put fear and negativity and all of that behind us. And now this full moon, the beauty of this full moon is that what it does, according to Vedic astrology, is it represents prosperity, but it also helps, when you move in that direction, it helps to remove obstacles. So we had these obstacles with the new moon that we needed to deal with, and now we've got the light to help us remove them. How cool is that? So with that, we will come inside, close our eyes, and focus on your breath. Bring your hand to your belly. And when you take a deep inhale, feel your hand filling up with breath. When you exhale, feel your hand moving toward your spine. Now bring both of your hands onto your ribs and place your middle finger, let the tips of your fingers touch. And when you inhale, feel your fingers move away from each other, your ribs widen. And when you exhale, your fingers touch again and your ribs narrow. Your diaphragm muscle at work. After your next exhale, bring your hands to your sternum, the top of your chest, the highest part of your sternum. And when you inhale, feel your whole chest rise into your hands. And then when you exhale, feel the descent. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, feel it descend. Now keep one hand on your sternum, bring the other to your belly. And as you take a deep inhale and a slow exhale, notice the cascading motion. As your belly fills, your chest rises and your chest descends and your belly contracts, your ribs keeping pace in the middle like waves. Cascading motion. The ebb and flow of the tides. And after your next exhale, release your hands and return to your natural breath. And slowly open your eyes. We're going to begin with our side stretching. So walk your right hand out, stretch your left side body. Keep both sits bones on the mat. and open up your heart. Inhale, exhale, place your left hand forward of your right knee. Place both arms parallel. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your elbows and fold. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold. Inhale onto straight arms. Slide your hands towards your knee, left hand on right knee, right arm behind you for support, helping to keep your spine long and straight, looking over your right shoulder. Feel all the nuances of this pose, how it feels at your waist where you're doing the most twisting. Slide your left hand on your left hand onto your right thigh, right arm alongside right ear, side stretch to the left. Use your left hand on your right thigh to encourage that hip to stay down. Bring both arms up to center. Send your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers, little baby back bend. Inhale, exhale, fold forward over your legs any amount. And your next inhale, unfold. Lateral stretch to the left. Feel your right side body stretching, fingertips to hip. Left shoulder drops. Inhale, exhale, place your right hand forward of your left knee, parallel arms. Inhale, a flat back. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pause, slide your fingers to your knee, right hand on left knee, look over your left shoulder. Lengthen your spine. After your twist just a little more. After your breath, I meant, twist a little more. Exhale. I'll get the right word. Place your right hand on your left thigh, left arm along left ear, stretching to the right. Bring both arms up to center. Send your arms back behind you. Come on to your wrist, fingers pointing forward, a little deeper back bend. So send your heart forward. Inhale, and on an exhale, spring off your fingers, fold over your legs. Inhale, unfold. Send your legs out in front of you, shake them out. Rotate your legs all the way up from the hip. Right. and we will get our knees and our ankles get them to wake up. So bring your hands alongside your hips, Dandasana. Toes to the sky. Inhale, gather, knees come up, they bend, your toes, your feet stay flexed. Exhale, hands come down, legs straighten, toes point. Inhale, bend and flex. Exhale, point and straighten. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale once more, inhale, exhale. This time, you're going to keep your knees bent, your arms are straight up. You're going to inhale, and on an exhale, with a long, flat spine, nice long mountain spine, you're going to come forward on an exhale and reach for the outside of your feet or your ankles and fold over your bent knees. If your hamstrings are nice and flexible, you can straighten your legs. If not, keep your knees bent. Look up. Bring your arms alongside your ears and unhinge. Bring your arms back down by your side. Let's come round to hands and knees. On all fours. You know what to do. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's do some cats and dogs here. So on an inhale, you'll curl your spine toward the mat, heart reaching forward as far as it can. On an exhale, you arch your spine to the sky. Is another time to notice all the nuances of your pose as you continue with your cats and dogs at your own pace, remembering the exhale is in your cat spine, the inhale is your dog spine. Come back to your table. Send your right leg back behind you. Swivel your foot on the mat. Check to see that your left toes are pointing at your right arch. And then fan open to the right. Send your arm alongside your ear and send your toes, your right toes, away from you. You're going to stretch so much that maybe your toes will come off the mat a little bit. Big stretch, big side body stretch. And bring it back down, bring your knee back down. Send your left leg back. Swivel, fan. Line up your feet. Extend your arm alongside your ear. Stretch your whole side body. And then release it and bring it down. Let's come to a child's pose. Look up between your hands, lift your hips, send your heart between your arms, lengthen your legs behind you. Now, move your wrist, your hands, if necessary, to get your wrists under your shoulders so that your heart is actually reaching between your arms. Place the top of your feet flat on the mat. Press in to the top of your feet. Lift your knees away from the mat for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Now just listen carefully. You're going to begin to turn your toes over and under for downward facing dog. Just do it in slow motion, rolling over your toes. We're going to do that again. We're going to move forward and you're going to try and roll over your toes. And if you can't, just turn one foot and then the other. You'll come forward first. Keep coming forward until your shoulders are over your wrists and your toes will almost automatically roll over, knees away from the mat. Bring your knees back down, bring your hips to your heels. Slide your hands to your knees. Shake out your wrists, your hands. Good. All right. Step your right foot forward. Send your arms back behind you, and you're going to use your arms like two levers to slide your hips forward, arms alongside your ear. Inhale, exhale your left hand down to the mat and fan to the right. Bring your right hand back down to the mat. Turn under your toes, lift your knee away from the mat, step back to downward facing dog. You're going to step your left foot forward, bringing your right knee down under your hip. Come up onto your right knee. Send your arms back behind you. Inhale, exhale, slide forward. Inhale, exhale, right hand comes down inside left foot, fan open to the left. Bring your left hand down to the mat. Turn under your right toes, lift your knee away from the mat, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Back to down dog. You're going to lift your right leg, lift it all the way up to the sky, send your left heel towards the mat as you do that. Then you're going to bend your right knee, sending your right foot toward your left cheek so that you can open up your hips. Square your pelvis with the mat, bring your foot down to the mat. Lift your left leg straight up to the sky, right heel comes down towards the mat. Bend your knee, opening up your hips. Square your pelvis, place your foot back down on the mat. You're going to lift your right leg again and cross it behind your left. Bring your right toes to the top of your left heel so that your toes are touching your ankle. It's like your heel is like a shelf for your the ball of your foot and your toes. So you now have like one leg. Inhale, come forward to a three-limb plank, three-limb plank. Exhale to a three-limb dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog, send your right leg up to the sky. Bring your right leg down next to your left. Lift your left leg and place your left toes and onto your right heel so that you have a single leg. Inhale, come to a three-legged plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale to plank, and this time when you come back to dog, you'll send your left leg up to the sky. And then bring your foot down to the mat. Bring your knees down to the mat. Slide your hands forward, and it's time to shake out your wrists. Bring the backs of your hands together. And let's do little circles with our hands to help our wrists. And shake them out. All right, we're going to be on our hands and knees a little bit more. So in honor of the full moon, we want to do a half moon pose, Arda Chandrasana. But we're on our hands and knees, so we're going to do a knee down version. Send your right leg back behind you. Swivel your foot on the mat. Remember to line up your feet, fan open to the right. Bring your left shoulder over your left wrist for support. Lift your right leg. For a knee down, Arda Chandrasana. Bring your hand down, bring your knee down. Let's do that on the other side. Send your left leg back behind you. Swivel, fan, lift your left leg. Make sure your shoulder is over your wrist. And release it. Step your hands forward. Bring your hips forward and make circles with your hips. And then come forward, go the other direction. Then come forward, send your hips back to your heels, downward child's pose. Child's pose. Come back up to table just for a moment, and then you're going to roll over on to one hip or the other, coming back to sit. Bring your right knee into your chest, hug it, and open it out to the side Send your left leg all the way out to the side for a wide-legged Shavasana, head to knee pose. Okay. Inhale, exhale, turn toward your extended leg. Inhale your arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, fold over your left leg. You're going to just slide your hands back as you come up to sit. And then you're going to turn toward your right knee and straddle your right knee. You're going to send your nose down toward your knee and then send it back up, cat back. So this is what I like to call the dolphin dive. You're diving below the water. You're coming up for a little air and going back down. So you're inhaling as you come up. You exhale as you turn into a bit of a cat back. Inhale, coming back up. And then come back up to a flat back. Inhale, exhale, twist back to center. Open your right leg out to the side. Bring your left sole to your right thigh. And this time, as you face your right leg, we're going to do this a little bit differently. Instead of our arms being up, we're going to try it another way. You simply walk your hands, keeping your back as flat as possible. Walk your hands toward your foot, and you'll come down any amount over your extended leg. Look up at your foot, slide your hands back. Turn to face your left knee, straddle your knee. Right. And dive down. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you curl your back. Inhale, exhale. And then finally come up to sit. One more thing while we're here. I forgot to do on the other side, so we'll go back. Going to place your forearm inside your right leg and send your left arm alongside your left ear. And you're just stretching, your fingers are pointing towards your toes. You're not going to touch them. You're just stretching. Then bring both arms up to center, release them, and switch so we can do that side stretch here on this side. Right. Bring your forearm down inside your leg, or just your hand if you can't reach your whole forearm down. And stretch your right arm fingers toward your foot, not touching. This is just a stretch. And then bring it back up. All right. Send your legs straight out in front of you, shake them out, rotate them. Okay. So let's come up to stand. Come to your mountain. Just feel your mountain pose as you breathe. Feel the length of your breath as it as you breathe in and as you exhale. Inhale, send your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale and exhale. Before our moon salutation, we're going to warm up with a few half sun salutations. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Send your right leg back behind you. Oh no, I said half sun salutation. Sorry, bring your leg back. Forgive me. Inhale, fly out and up and down the center line. I guess that means we need to do a whole one, but one more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fly out and up and down the center line. One more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, fly out and up and down the center line. So let's do a full sun salutation then. We'll just do one on each side. All right. Okay. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Right leg goes back, left leg goes back, plank. Use your core here to lift you away from the mat. Knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. Melt back down, turn under your toes, elbows near your ribs. Come through a plank or bent knees to downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths in this down dog. Right foot steps forward, left fold over. Uttanasana. Come to a flat back. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, fly out and up and down to your heart. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left leg, right leg, flank. Knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. Melt back down, turn under your toes, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, step your right foot forward, Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay, enough of the sun, right? Now we need to work on our moon. So just take a few breaths first. Step your feet wide apart. Arms in a V shape. 5 pointed star. Inhale, exhale, back bend, hug against the full moon. Feel the power of the full moon. Just feel it. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, jump your feet together, arms overhead. Your stylus is pointing up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, waxing moon. Inhale, exhale, waning moon. Inhale. Jump your feet apart, goddess. Roll your hips slowly. Make sure when you're standing, stop for a moment and make sure you can see your feet. Make sure your knees are over the middle of your toes so that they're lined up, right? And come back to your goddess. And do a little rolling of your hips and pause and go the other way. And pause, bring your hands to your thighs, point your toes forward. Step your left foot forward, your right foot back. Warrior one legs. Straighten your leg. Yoga Mudra behind you for a stargazer. Bend your knees slightly. Bring your arms up overhead. Index fingers pointing upward. Inhale, exhale, draw the new moon. On an inhale, retrace the new moon. The half moon, sorry, half moon. Send your arms behind you, Yoga Mudra. Inhale and exhale, quarter moon. Release your hands. Step your right foot alongside your left for a wide-legged forward fold for the new moon. Fly out and up and bring your hands to your heart. Right. Okay, ready? 5-pointed star. Feel this pose. Feel the light shining from every corner of this star. Inhale, exhale, full moon, beautiful super moon, moon of prosperity. Come to a flat back. Bring your hands together, jump your feet together. Inhale, exhale, waning moon to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, waxing moon. Inhale to center, jump your feet apart. Goddess, line up your feet and your knees. Come to your goddess. And this time we'll do a little goddess dance. Right arm in front, left frames your head. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, bring your hands to your thighs. Step your right foot forward, step your left foot back. Warrior one legs. Send your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra. Straighten your leg for Stargazer. Bring your arms out in front of you, overhead, index fingers pointing up. Soften that front knee as you inhale and exhale to trace the half moon. On an inhale, retrace that half moon. Send your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra. Bend your right knee. Inhale, exhale, quarter moon. Release your hands, bring them to the mat. Step your left leg opposite your right, widen your legs. Forward fold. The new moon. Fly out and up and bring your hands to your heart. All right. Excellent. And just stand to breathe and feel. Feel the energy of going to a heat-inducing sun salutation to the cooling energy of a moon salutation. Appropriate as we come into evening, the moon. Be sure to look for it tonight. You're going to bow your head, roll your shoulders, and make your way down to the mat. And you will come to sit in Dandasana with your legs straight out in front of you. Long legs, flexed feet. You're going to inhale your arms overhead. You're going to inhale and then exhale, engage those abdominal muscles, come forward with a flat back, and then make your way over your legs. Maybe this time you can take the outside of your feet with straight legs. If not, just bend your knees a little bit. Look up, arms alongside your ears, unhinge. And just notice the difference doing that now from when you did it when we started the class. All right. Arms straight out in front of you, palms facing each other. Inhale, exhale, move your fingers past your toes. Inhale, slide back. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pause. And let's see if you can hold your head, your shoulders, your spine up away from the mat. Come down just a little bit more and hold it. Come down a little bit more and hold it. Bring your forearms to the mat and then let your back come the rest of the way to the mat. And square yourself on your mat. Lengthen your spine. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Going to send your arms straight out to the side. Walk your feet a little closer to your hips. Lift your hips, send them over about an inch or so to the left, and bring your knees into your chest as close as you can get them. And then send your knees to your right elbow as close as they can come. And then try to flatten your left shoulder to the mat. And what will help you is if you take your right upper arm and elbow, press it into the mat, lift your shoulder blade up, and then place it back flat on the mat, putting more of your back on the floor, on the earth. Your gaze is looking over your left arm. Now you're going to try and straighten both your legs, sending your toes toward your feet, your toes toward your hand. You know, I have feet, I have hands here. I don't know which is which. Right, so they're going to come as close as they can. They may not touch, they may touch. But you're not sending your hand to your toes, it's toes to hand. Bend your knees, bring your hips back to center. Place your feet on the mat. Lift your hips through center and an inch or two over to the right. Bring your knees into your chest. Send your knees to your elbow. Press into your left arm to help you flatten your back on the mat. Look over your right shoulder. Straighten your legs, sending your feet to your hands. This pose is called Jatadi Parivottanasana, and that translates to the belly twisting pose. Bend your knees, bring them back to center, bring your feet on the mat, center yourself on the mat. Bring your knees into your chest again and then straighten them up to the sky. And you're going to send your right leg forward and your left leg towards your nose and go back and forth, scissoring your legs back and forth. And then pause. And now we're going to go in the opposite direction. So right leg behind left, and then the opposite, and then you switch, scissoring in the other direction. And then bring your legs to center. On an inhale, you're going to send your right leg down to the mat. And on an exhale, you'll bring it back up. Inhale, left leg down to the mat, just hovering. Exhale, bring it back up. Right leg, inhale down, exhale up. Left, right, left, right, and one last time, left, and up. Bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. And pause and bring your feet to the mat. So this next pose is for all you gardeners in the room, and Bill is in the room, so there are at least two of you that I'm aware of. I don't know. And bring your right ankle to the right ankle to your left thigh, just above your knee, or your right foot is flexed. You're going to bring your left leg toward your chest, wrap your hands around your thighs, interlace your fingers. You could wrap your legs around your shin, and that might get your right leg a little closer to you. You want to try and move your right knee away from you. And you can do that with your right elbow. Extend your left leg so your toes are reaching for the ceiling. And then rotate your foot in both directions. Point and flex, point and flex. Then bend your left leg, bring it down to the mat, uncross. And we'll do the other side. So it's left ankle on right thigh. Flex your left foot. Push your left knee away. Bring your right leg into your chest. Take the back of your thigh or wrap your hands around your shin. And just pause here for a moment. Extend your right leg to the sky. Rotate your foot in both directions. Point and flex, point and flex. Bend your right knee, bring it down to the mat, uncross your leg. And our last pose will be our inversion. So lengthen your spine on the mat, lift your hips and slide them a little towards your heels. Send one leg up to the sky, send the other. You know, if you want to put something under your hips, please do that. And remember the position of your legs. Imagine your legs against the wall, your hips against the wall. Relax your arms and just allow your legs to effortlessly float. Bend both knees, bring your feet back to the mat, lift your hips if you need to take out anything that's underneath. And then come in to Shavasana, stretching your legs, letting them splay open, palms facing upward, and just let go. Give in to gravity, gravity of the moon. Feel your whole body, the sensation from your head down your neck, your shoulders, your arms, down your torso, your hips, your legs, and let go. And focus on your breath. Allow yourself to enjoy this relaxation. Take a deep breath and begin to reawaken your body. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, your feet in the opposite direction for a full body stretch. Big yawn. And then bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side, feeling your whole back body getting a massage. Then come to center. Release your legs and roll over onto your right side to come into a fetal position, exposing your moon side to prepare for the full moon of this evening. And make your way up to sit. Bring your hands to your heart when you get there. I'd like to end with a mudra, a special mudra. It's called the Ganesha Mudra, and Ganesh is the elephant god. And this bringing your fingers within your fingers, like sometimes that's called a bear claw, you know, and your hands in front of your heart, and you're pulling away, like you're pulling on an obstacle, and you're going to pull and release, pull and release. Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. Pull and release, and then let it go. Thank you so much for being with me tonight.